Let's see, is Mr. LaGrop here? LaGrop? On Courtney Joseph? Courtney Joseph. Good morning, sir. Say, how do you pronounce it? LaGrop or LaGrape? LaGrop. Okay. I was right the first time.
I recognize you were in here, I think.
I've been in this court.
We've been here for.
Yeah, it's been like 7 or 8 years since I've been here. This time it's not a family member though. That's fine.
Oh.
It's my brother. They dismissed.
Now
I had
I
to
feel
put
like
up the
I
money to get it dismissed.
I feel like I some vague memory of that.
And I didn't know if you knew some of my cousins. See, my whole family's from Port Arthur.
Yeah. Oh, are they?
Yeah, they all went to TJ.
Oh, yeah.
My uncle, Leslie J.
My husband went to TJ.
He coached, he was principal and Bum Phillips was the coach
Oh.
30 years. So I had 15 biological uncles.
Oh, wow. That's
Agents.
okay. As soon as she's on the other side, they'll walk her down. As soon as they get her down, we'll take care of this. And this is just a bond hearing for the motion, right? All right. Oh, never mind. Come on back. Let's see. Pull this up. Oh, cool. All right. This is cause number 23 DCCR 0167. And are you Courtney Joseph? And so Ms. Joseph is on probation for assault on a peace officer. That probation started on December 11th of 2023. It was a 5-year deferred probation. A motion to revoke that probation has been filed with allegation of driving while intoxicated with a child passenger. I guess there must have been at least 3 of those passengers because there's 3 charges. Violation of committing the offense of resisting arrest. Allegedly left the county and was in Orange without permission. Out past court-ordered curfew. The new offenses alleged were at 10:17 p.m. in Orange, it looks like, yeah. And behind on fees. And Mr. LaGrop has filed a motion asking that I set a bond. It is a deferred probation, so typically a bond would be set depending on certain circumstances. So Mr. LaGrop, I will go ahead and let you want to call your client, or if you would, ma'am, best you can, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes. Thank you.
And I'm just going to question her about her financial circumstances.
That's fine.
Okay. How long have you lived in Jefferson?
Since 22. August
Speak up some for me and for the court reporter, please.
August 2022.
Okay.
Where did you live before that?
In Orange, Texas.
How long did you live in Orange, Texas?
Almost 2 years with my grandmother.
And where did you live before you lived in Orange, Texas?
In Port Arthur.
Port Arthur. How long did you live in Port Arthur?
For 3 years.
Let me ask you this, where were you born and raised?
Orange, Texas.
So you lived in the general area of Jefferson County, Orange, Texas, and Port Arthur since you were born, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever moved out of state or anything like that?
No.
How many children do you have?
I have 5.
And where do they all live?
With me.
What type of work were you doing when you were on probation?
I was care provider.
Care provider. Explain to the judge what you mean by care provider.
I provided for an elderly man. I cook, clean, 3 hours, 3 hours a day, 5 days a week.
How much money were you making with that?
Just $8 an hour.
How much money approximately would you make a week?
My checks were like 140.
And so you make about $140 a week?
Yes.
So you would total about $600-700 a month?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you and your children live?
On 8th Street.
Do you live with your family or do you live by yourself?
Me and my children, my mom just moved back in.
So your mother just moved back?
Yes.
Before the allegations that are alleged in the motion to revoke probation, who were you living with at that time?
Just me and my children.
Okay. You and your sister?
Me and my children.
You and your children. If you're only making 600 a month, how are you paying rent where you live?
I also get, social security, survivors. My children's father had passed in 20.
And how much money do you get for the survivors?
780.
$780 a month. Okay. And approximately how much money do you have right now in the bank?
I have,
No? Okay. If the,
I have something to use, 15.
Speak up.
I get paid, around the 15.
how much money will be coming in?
780.
And so, if the court were to set bond at a reasonable amount, okay, would you show up for your court appearances?
Yes,
Okay. You understand the allegations against you, right?
yes.
Okay. And you're gonna have to appear in Orange County, correct? I mean, what's the county of Orange? I can't.
Orange.
Oh,
Mhm.
sorry.
It is.
I should know that. Orange County, so what was your bond set out in Orange County? 3 what?
3,000.
Okay, 3,000. So, and did you post that bond?
Yes.
Okay. Have you had to show up for court yet for that yet?
No,
When is your next court appearance for that?
I have no idea. I was calling every Monday like I was supposed to, and then when this one came in, I turned myself in.
Okay. And once you found out, you talked to your probation officer, they told you they were gonna file a motion to remove, right?
Yes.
And you reached out to me, correct?
Yes.
And then you turned, and they had to schedule a meeting for, I think it was July 31st,
The 31st, 49 o'clock.
and you turned yourself in the day before,
Yes.
correct? And you knew you were gonna be arrested if you came.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I pass on.
Any
I
questions?
have no other questions for purposes of this hearing, Your
All
Honor.
right, any other witnesses?
No.
Mr. Nichols, what's the state's position on
I
this?
don't mind the court setting a reasonable bond in this case, Your Honor. I just want there to be sufficient conditions in place to keep her from driving, and she needs to, I think, have an alcohol monitor of some sort. I'll note, all these violations except for the fees and stuff, all are one incident. There's not a history of testing positive or anything like that. So whatever the court sets is fine, as long as we have those restrictions that we need.
Okay.
Can I elaborate?
Yes, sir, please.
Very minor amount. Her mistake was she went to a family gathering. That's why she left the county. That's why she left to go to a family gathering with all her children. That's wherein the rub lies.
Yeah.
Bad judgment, Your Honor.
Very. Especially while you're on probation for a second-degree felony. So what I'm going to do is grant the motion. I'm going to, is there an order? I'm going to,
I'll follow. Your Honor.
okay. Let me look at one thing real quick. Original bonds. I'm gonna set your bond at $20,000. A condition of that bond, if you make it, will be that you will be required to wear a scram device. And that is a monitor that you wear on your body at all times that will alert if any alcohol is consumed at all. Obviously, you will be ordered to remain in Jefferson County, Texas. Just like before, if you leave Jefferson County for any reason without permission, your bond, we're not gonna be talking about a bond again. You'll just be sitting in jail waiting on all of this. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you test positive for alcohol, then you're gonna end up right back in here. You understand that? Anything else?
I think that's sufficient.
All right, well, if, we'll reset it for a regular announcement and see where we get at that point.
And
All right?
I'll draft.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Orders.
Thank you.
You can just email it.
Mr. LaGroff, if you want to just email the
You
order.
can just, since it's a full page, you don't want to file it, you can just email it.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That was so very nice.
Mr. Macon, you've got Ronald Spites.
Yes, Your Honor, it's a bond.
Everybody wants to get out of jail.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, yesterday I spent all day in Houston with doctors, so I'm glad to be here.
We're glad you're here.
But, you know, as I've said before, getting old is not for young people.
Good morning. Are you Ronald
Yes,
Spites?
ma'am.
And Mr. Spites is charged with the offense of manslaughter in cause number 25 DCCR 0920. Mr. Macon has filed a motion asking me,
No, he was arrested for murder and indicted him for manslaughter.
Intentionally and knowingly causing the death of an individual.
let me look at the indictment. It shows, I don't know why the heading
Heading says manslaughter, but the language.
did then and there
knowingly, not
intentionally
recklessly.
and knowingly cause the death of an individual, namely Rowan Williams, by striking him with an automobile. So at least on the indictment language, that would be murder. I know it's not, the headings are not sometimes important, but I think that needs to be adjusted and changed, especially if that is what is in, that's what's in Odyssey. So that's showing up on everything with the wrong stuff, so that needs to be amended if you can, take care of that later. So, based on that, it looks like the offense is actually the first-degree felony offense of murder, Mr. Spites. And Mr. Macon has filed a motion asking that I reduce your bond. Did I print? No, I'm printing it now, the PC. Bond is currently set. Sorry, I've got too many things I'm thinking about trying to do right now.
It's $800,000.
Thank you. Currently set at 800,000. Mr. Macon, do you wish to call your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, if you'll please raise your right hand the best you can. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Macon.
Now, what's your name?
Ronald James Spike.
And Mr. Spikes, you're the person charged with the offense.
Yes, sir.
Do you have enough money, either you or your family, to post a $800,000 bond?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay. Now, before you were arrested, I mean, in the past, you were in lots of trouble, right?
Yes, sir.
And you've got some priors, but in the last 10 years, have you been in any trouble?
No, sir, I have not been in no trouble.
Okay. And you have your wife living in this area?
Yes, I have my
And-
wife, my family, and things.
Okay, and your family, and you have a job, were you able to make bond?
Yes, sir.
And that's with your father-in-law, Mr. Gonzalez, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
And that's at 365 Scrap Metal?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and did you also work for Zachary as a heavy equipment?
Yes, sir,
operator?
I do.
So you've always been working and all?
Yes, I have,
Do you
sir.
have any assets whatsoever? Real property, coin collections,
No,
anything
sir.
like that? And you're asking the court to set some reasonable bond so you could get out and go to work?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Smith, any questions? All right, any other witnesses?
No, no.
Mr. Smith, what is the state's position?
Judge, he does have a prior from 1998, where he sentenced served 4 years TDC. So whatever if it's murder, he would be 15 to life at least. And if it's manslaughter, it's 5 to life. State prison is reasonable for us.
Mr. Macon?
Your Honor, we think that $800,000 bond is excessive and would ask that it be lowered.
I am taking judicial notice of the court's file, which includes the probable cause affidavit, as well as there was a letter of support that was sent by Mr. Macon from a Rocky Johnson. Were you able to review that, Mr. Smith? I think it was emailed.
I believe it is.
Okay. Can you take a look at this real quick? prior was from when? 90?
98. November 16th.
Okay. Speak up, please.
It was from November 16th of 1998 for a 4-year sentence. TBC.
All right, 2, possession of controlled substance, same date. Got it. Okay. What I'm going to do is I am going to grant the motion for a bond reduction. I'm going to reduce the bond to $500,000. Sir, did you want to say that again louder? You did say something.
Well, I didn't say nothing to it.
I'm going to reduce the bond to $500,000. A condition of that bond would be, if you make it, that you are on house arrest and required to wear a GPS monitoring device at all times. And we will get the case set for an announcement as quickly as possible. All right, sir? That's what it's set at right now, all right? You can go back with the bailiff.
Can I ask one question too?
What?
I'll be back.
When this defendant stepped forward, the entire courtroom shifted. The judge looked at him with that calm but sharp stare that tells you she already knows more than you think. He tried to stand straight, tried to answer everything with a simple "yes, ma'am," but the tension was hanging on him like a weight. What really pushed the room into silence was the moment the judge began reading the allegations out loud, running from officers, refusing commands, and putting more people at risk than he ever admitted. As the judge dug deeper, you could almost see him shrinking. His attorney tried to soften the situation, reminding the court of his age, his background, his stress, but the judge wasn't buying excuses. She reminded him how many chances he had already used up, how every time he promised to do better, he ended up doing worse. The courtroom stayed still while she reminded him that actions carry consequences and grown men don't get to live life on next time. Her voice didn't rise, but somehow it hit even harder than if she yelled. Then came the turning point. The moment she asked him what he thought was supposed to happen now, and he didn't have an answer. He tried to mumble something about fixing things, something about getting back on track, but even he knew it wasn't convincing. The judge took a long look at him, looked down at the file, then said the words that landed like a punch. He wasn't just making mistakes. He was showing the court he didn't respect the chances he'd been given, but even then, she didn't slam the door on him. She chose structure, accountability, and consequences. The kind that either straighten someone out or break them completely. When the next defendant came up, the mood changed again. This one walked in, defeated already, eyes low, shoulders tight. Her attorney spoke for her at first, explaining the chaos of her life. No transportation, no stable place to stay, no resources, but the judge's face said everything. None of those things explained why she disappeared from probation without a single call, why she didn't take advantage of the help that was already there, why every opportunity turned into another violation. What hit the courtroom the hardest was when the judge told her exactly what her choices had cost. A 10-year sentence hanging over her head, ready to drop the moment she messes up again. The judge's voice turned firm, almost personal, as she warned her that disappearing again wouldn't end in another lecture. It would end in prison bars and years slipping by. When she mentioned the grandbaby she might not see grow up, the defendant finally lifted her head, eyes red, understanding that this wasn't a scare tactic. It was reality. And yet, despite all the disappointment, despite her long history of ignoring every rule placed in front of her, the judge did something unexpected. She gave her one more chance, a final chance, structured, strict, zero tolerance, no wiggle room. Complete the program, follow every order, show up every time. One slip, one excuse, one missed appointment, and the judge made it clear exactly where she would end up. As she was led back by the bailiff, the weight of that second chance was written across her face. It wasn't freedom, it was a warning, a choice, and the courtroom knew. Either she changes everything now, or the next time she stands in front of that judge, the outcome will be very different.